Michael Judge was the chaplain for the New York City Fire Department. At his funeral, his friends offered these inspiring words. Michael loved his fire department and all the men in it. Michael died while ministering to dying firemen. Because they respected and loved him, the firemen quickly carried him out of the rubble and into a church where they laid him in front of the altar. Michael's goal and purpose in life at that time was to bring firemen to the point of death so they would be ready to meet their Maker. Name after name of people were being brought out of that rubble. Michael Judge could not minister to all of them. It was physically impossible in this life, but not in the next. He passed through to the other side of life, and now he could continue doing what he wanted to do with all his heart. Michael Judge was going to be on the other side of them, to greet them, instead of sending them there. He was going to take them by the hand, and with his big Irish smile say, "Welcome, I want to take you to meet my father." And so, Michael Judge could now do in death what he could no longer do in life.